Welcome back. I'm Kevin Locken with Mitchell Acoustical. Today we're going to hang a commercial door. First things first, we're going to be talking about the hinges. These are commercial hinges, so it means they're a little bit more robust and beefy. They're 4.5 inches and they're squared. One of the things to tell about the hinges, to tell if it's upside down, because sometimes that happens to my guys, because I'll go and check the doors every so often. You've got a little pinhole in here, and that's to actually pop this top pin out so that you can kind of sometimes take the door off. It's not the best way to take it off, but it is, you know, a way to go ahead and take it off. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put these hinges on, which is relatively easy. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and place this hinge in this mortise section right here, okay? It's already mortised out, that comes that way from the factory. I'm gonna take these about 1.25 1.5 inch screws with a 3-inch tip. You can see that these are a little bit beefier. Put one in here. Just tighten them up. You can do this with an impact, but sometimes it tightens them too much, and you'll go ahead and strip these 3-inch screws, which are a pain to get out. And then what you'll go ahead and do is you'll flap this over. If you tip your door and these are flapped over, once you go to set it, these will be behind your door and you'll have the full weight of your door trying to flip these back over. So it just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit of a touch point. We'll go ahead and we'll put this second one on. It's just repeating the process. This is a 3060 door. It's not bigger by any means. By the time you get to your 3080 doors, you're going to have 4 hinges. So 3068, 3070s are 3-hinge doors. And all I want to do is just go ahead and tighten these. Come through, flap that one over, flap that one over. Take a piece of cardboard, which I don't have, and I'll usually just put it on the wall right here. So the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna tip this door up, and then we're gonna get it set in place, and I'll show you guys how I mount the door to the frame. All right, now at this point, you're gonna wanna tip your door up and have it be 90 degrees. You're gonna take these flanges on the hinges and tip them out just a bit to where they're about 90 degrees to each other. We've got our door tilted up. We're gonna hold it plumb. We're gonna then take our hinges and bring them out just a little bit because we're gonna wanna run them flush into our mortise here. Okay, then we're gonna inch it ever so closely. Okay, then gonna take my drill. And I'm not a lefty, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky, but we're gonna take our tip again, and this is just a little bit better tip. It's a little bit stronger, so it can hold that magnet. So this is how we go ahead. Actually, this is a lefty, like I said, so lefty is gonna be a little bit tougher. So we're gonna go ahead, get that in there, get that first one. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll tighten that one. Next thing I'm gonna do is bring this bottom one. I'm actually gonna come to the bottom time. I'm gonna bring this bottom one, okay? So as you can see, it's encroached a little bit on that mortise on the frame. So I'm gonna come here, I'm just gonna lock it in like that. I'm gonna pick up this right-hand side, and I'm only gonna stick 1 screw. And these aren't gonna be tight, these are just gonna be kind of snug. I'm gonna go to the top, because I might have to push this top up a little bit, but we'll have to see. And this top actually fits pretty good. Okay, top needs to be pushed over just a bit. So what I can do is at least get it close, and the hinge will snug itself in. As you guys can see, it'll pull over. As you guys can see, there's a bit of a gap still here, which will end up rocking the door. So they have a little bit of a trick in here. These are self-centered. So I'll stick my screw in here, and it'll close that gap just a little bit. So I can then bring this over. And that'll tighten that. So now I can come back to this screw here, tighten that there. Now that I've got a screw in each hinge, I know that the door is ready to be set. So I'll go through and I'll put all of my screws in, and then we'll go ahead and close it and make sure that we've got a nice reveal gap around the whole thing, or else I have to shim the hinges on the backside. Now that the screws are in, the last thing to check is the reveal around the door, see if it's hitting or if it's rocked any other way. We're gonna go ahead and close it, and we're gonna check the reveal. So on this, we've got about an 1/8 inch gap all the way around here, which is what you wanna see. Sometimes this leg could be out, or this leg could be out, and it'll cause that to shift this way. It'll hit at the top, or it'll hit at the bottom. We can talk about how we're gonna shim doors in later episodes, but for now, this one is set. This one's ready to go. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys have any comments or questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them. Have a good one.